Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. This video is going to be about the Property and Rental Manager OS. This template is made especially for people who owns properties and use them for rental, or for anyone who wants to manage their portfolio properly. So imagine managing properties and rentals. It can be very messy using tools like Excel, Notes, or trying to keep everything in your head. That is why I made this Notion template. The goal is to separate each specific thing you do to manage your rental properties from the building to the money and make it easier for you uh, to handle. So before we start, let's go through the dashboard and then we are going to dive in deep into our databases or tables. So in the dashboard, we have these four charts including the portfolio held. This is going to be showing your specific units and their statuses. So if they are occupied, vacant, or reserved, of course, you can add your status later on. I will show you how in the databases, and you can include more statuses of your units. So if we click here, it's going to be showing your unit number and some other informations that are included in the database. Here at the right, we have the top performers or asset comparison chart. This is going to be showing all your properties, and this is going to be comparing their income, their net income uh, for each and every one of your properties. Next, we are going to see the chart of the money in. This is uh, grouped by month. So every month you are going to see all your incomes, and it is going to be showing you exactly the source of income. For example, an Airbnb payout, a deposit, a rent, etc. And you can compare both of them like this. And next, the chart at the right is for the money out. This is also the same type of charts as the money in, and this is grouped by the month. So this is going to later on be showing you the full year of your expenses, and you can compare them and see exactly what type of expenses you have spent and the total. And if we go down, we have an occupancy calendar. So this is going to be showing you for the specific day what are your units that are occupied and by whom and what type of occupancy it is. So I have included two types of occupancy, leases and bookings. So these are two types that are different, leases and bookings. Uh, Bookings are for short term and leases are for long term. Next, we have the renewals. This is filtered by the leases, which are the long term occupancies, and for people that you have to renew with them. So their exit is going to be this month. So you have to call them or ask them if they are going to renew or not. Next, we have the maintenance tab. Here we have the high priority maintenances that are not done yet or not complete, so you have to look into them. And then finally, we have the cleaning schedule. This is the properties that needs cleaning, uh, and you can see them here. So next, I am going to be walking you through each one of our tables and each one of our views to be more specific. But before that, we have our quick action here at the left. Here are some specific buttons that can help you add some things to your tables without actually going through them. So let's go and get into the tables. So I have decomposed our workflow into four main separate uh, sections. We have the assets, we have the clients, the operations, and finances. And let's get into the properties. So first, we have the properties database. This is the high-level view of your portfolio. Think of this as the parent database. Whether you own an apartment complex, a single-family home, or a duplex, it lives here. So you can upload a photo for each building, so it looks nice visually. And once you upload them, you can see the photos here. So inside each page, you can store the purchase date, the purchase price, the current value, the ROI, the status, the strategy, the address, and you can also link these properties to the deals that you have made, for example, to purchase this specific properties, the number of units, the income and expenses for these properties. And in this specific page, once you have linked the income and the expenses, it is going to be shown here total income, total expenses, and the net income is going to be calculated through a formula from deducting the expenses from the income. Or you can see a chart like the one that we have seen in the dashboard to compare uh, the the net income coming from each of your properties. Now let's go to our units. Units are the actual doors that you are going to rent. So for the units, you can also upload a photo. You can add a status or the type of the units, the market rent, and you can link them to the specific property. Of course, if you link them from the properties, they are automatically going to be linked here, and you can link them to occupancy, to your clients, and to maintenance, inspections, etc. We have specific views that you can see. For example, here only the vacant units will appear here. So if you wake up in the morning and want to know which units you need to fill, you just click in this tab and you are going to see them. We have other tabs to see your units by status, by unit type, a gallery view to see the images of your units, and the charts to see an overview of your units status and the total of your units. Next, we have the properties deals. So since you are going to need to grow and buy more properties or sell one of your properties, this is that is going to manage this for you. So here you are going to store your property deals, their type either acquisition or disposition, and the stage either lead, under write-in, offer, and there's many other stages, or you can add one of your own. So here the price and the properties that the property that you are going to buy. Here you can see them by a board view, so you can drag and drop to change the status of your property from lead to offer, closed, etc. You can see a specific view for your acquisitions and a specific view for your dispositions. Now let's talk about people. This is the client database. This stores everyone from tenants, Airbnb guests, or even applicants. Instead of searching your phone, contacts, everything is here. Their email, their phone number, their documents, and their occupancy history, for example, their linked units that they are going to rent or they are interested in. Here we have the application stages, so you can drag and drop like the previous view that that I have shown you for property deals, and just change the status from here. You can see the client's type here, you can see your active tenants here, and you can see your active guests here. Now let's move on to the occupancy table. So this table is the one that is going to be linking the people to the units. So this is your lease or booking tracker. So an occupancy can either be of type lease for long-term or booking for short-term or Airbnb um, bookings. So there is many properties like the platform that this occupancy came from, the status, the start date and exit date, the renewal countdown, for example, for our leases, the rate, the deposit amount, the linked units, occupants, income, inspection, and some documents you can upload for your occupancy. We can also see the active and upcoming occupancies, the bookings, and the leases in separate tabs, and this calendar that I actually really like. This is going to be showing you for this specific day what are your properties that are already booked or your leases that are well active. And you can see the dates, of course. If you have a long-term lease that needs to leave, this is going to be informing you very well. And this is a specific tab for lease renewals. So this is going to be showing you this month's renewals. And here we have a formula that accounts for you the renewal countdown. Moving to maintenance, where landlords get stressed. This table fixes that. So we have the priorities. I've set up a table view where you can see your maintenance organized by priority and status. So this is going to be showing you the maintenances that are to do or in progress, and it is going to be sorting them by high priority first. So this is, for example, a list of your maintenance that are not done yet and are high priority. So you can fix them first. Or you can see the maintenance tab for all your maintenances to do in progress and complete. You can see their status and their units that are linked to this specific maintenance. Now let's move on to inspections. So to prevent maintenance issues, we have the inspection table. You can schedule these for move in, move out, routine, turnover clean, etc. Or you can add, of course, your type of inspections manually. So here You can see the status of your inspections, the date, the condition, the inspector, the linked units, and the occupancy. And you can even add a specific photo for that. So next you have this tab for cleaning schedule. Here you are going to see your cleaning schedule and who is in charge of them. Your poor condition inspection, we don't have any for now, but if we set something for poor condition, it is going to be appearing here. We are going to see a port view for inspection by type and a calendar view to show you your history of inspections. Next we have your contractors and contacts. So this is who is doing the work. This is where you store your contractors, where you keep your plumbers, electricians, etc. You can also link them to maintenance tasks or see the history of their maintenance if this specific maintenance is done. If you click, for example, like this, you'll see the history of their maintenances and the specific date reported, etc. Their monthly, their hourly rate, and their phone number or email to contact them. Or if you want to see them by service types, for example, if you're looking for a cleaner electrician, you don't want to be looking at all the data, you just come here and see all your electricians' names and you just contact them. Now for the finances, first the income table. So here we just don't track money, we categorize it. For example, this is the categories that we have: rent, Airbnb payout, late fees, deposits, etc. If you want to add a category, you just type the name like this and type create, and it will be added to your categories. You can link the specific income to a specific property and a specific occupancy to keep track of those. You can see the incomes by category if you want to, and you can see them by calendar. And the best view, which I prefer, is the chart view. This is going to be showing you each month and the specific category that has bring you money for that specific month, and you can compare all your months. And finally, we have the expenses table. This is vital for tax season, as we know, and also you can categorize your expenses. This is a specific categories that I have added, and you can add your own, just like the categories for your income. Here are some properties of your expenses. You can add and upload some receipts. You can link these expenses to properties, to maintenances, or to contractors. And you can type on the amount and the date to keep track of the date of these expenses. You can also see them by category, or you can see a calendar view of your expenses. You can see a view only for tax deductible expenses, and the same view for the chart view, which I prefer personally, which shows you the categories and the month, so you can compare them and see all the types of expenses you have. This was the deep dive into the property and rental manager operating system and our 10 interconnected database for this system. I hope that going through each table helped you understand how this template works. If you're ready to organize your portfolio, check out the link into the description. Also, there is another version of this template for agencies that I'm going to upload very soon, and you can check it out if you are agency doing property and rental management for others. That would be very helpful for you. Also, if you need anything customly made for you, you can contact us our email contact@peakanocean.com, and thank you for watching.